Welcome back to the Fanboy Cantina. In this video we're talking about the Valaverse Action Force Prototype Armaments Set and how well does it work with G.I. Joe Classified. But before we get started, please take a moment to subscribe to the Fanboy Cantina. We cover all kinds of things about G.I. Joe, about Marvel, about Lego, about Star Wars. Join the Fanboy Cantina. We'd love to have you. Valaverse is founded by Bobby Valla, a former designer from Hasbro and Mattel and elsewhere. And really, I'm looking forward to the Action Force line that he's got going on, which consists of not just comic books, but also a whole line of action figures and other accessories. The initial releases of the Action Force line included a series of comic books, but the first actual toy to come out is the Action Force Prototype Armaments Set. And I was particularly interested in the set because, you know, with the G.I. Joe Classified line, I have not been a fan of the weapons that come with many of the figures. I don't really like them. So I was very much looking forward to this set and using it as potentially a replacement to the weapons for my G.I. Joe Classified action figures. Priced at $30, the set includes 35 pieces, and that includes 9 rifles or shotguns, 6 pistols or other small arms, 6 knives and bladed weapons, 12 magazines, a bipod, and an ammo box. At $30, I think it's a really good value. They are all molded in black, and so you can either keep them as they are, or you can paint them yourself. This is the saw rifle. So the saw rifle comes with an ammo box and a bipod. It does not come with the small ammo belt that would attach to the rifle. I had a little bit of trouble in getting the bipod on, but eventually I was able to get it on, and I think it looks really good. Each of the rifles is of good quality, and as you can see from this one, the magazines are removable, and if you put them in, they will fit. I think they could be maybe a little bit more snug, and so if you're doing a lot of play with these rifles, they may fall out, but you know, they'll fit in just fine. With the grenade launcher, I like that the barrel rotates, so that's a very nice, cool feature for this grenade launcher. For all of these magazines, you'll want to make sure that you insert them in the right way, otherwise they'll fall out. You know, for the sculpt work on each of these pieces, I think they're really well done. You know, you could check it out here. There's a lot of great work that went into putting together each of these different rifles. I think they're really nicely done, and I like the variety included in this set. And there's a whole bunch of extra magazines in case you lose one. The piece that I was looking forward to the most is the AK-47, and it didn't let me down. I think it looks really good, and I think it will look good in the hands of a Cobra infantry trooper or, you know, one of the villains in the Action Force line. I think it looks really good. If you look at the end of the barrel for most of these rifles and pistols, there is a hole there. There is an actual barrel. And from what I understand, the future other armament sets will include those muzzle flashes, you know, and you can stick them right in at the end. With the saw rifle, it's a little too narrow, so that probably won't work. But for the rest of them, there are the holes at the end, and so that is quite nice. With the Prototype Armament Set, it's a really nice variety of pieces. This is the shotgun, obviously, and it looks very good. In this baggie, there are a number of small arms. With this machine gun, it is all one molded piece, so the scope and the silencer and the magazine, those are all molded together. It is not, none of those pieces are removable. Here we are taking a look at some of the pistols and the revolver as well. Yeah, all of these pieces I think are of good quality, and you know, it's so small, right? And so the amount of detail sculpted within them is really quite impressive. There are 6 knives or other bladed weapons included in the Prototype Armament Set, and they are all of really great quality. You can see that serrated, you know, edge on the back of this particular knife. All of them are really well sculpted and of really great detail. Here you can see all of the individual pieces in the Valaverse Action Force Prototype Armament Set lots of great different rifles and pistols and bladed weapons to use for your G.I. Joe Classified figures, your Marvel Legend figures, your future Valaverse Action Force figures. But let's see, how do they work with G.I. Joe Classified? Here we have G.I. Joe Classified Cobra Commander holding the Action Force AK-47, and I think it is the perfect size. I think it is just the right size for this action figure. You know, with that 1/12 scale, when you look at Marvel Legends or G.I. Joe Classified or other lines, things can be a little bit, off. But, I think it is just the right size. And by the way, if you want to see how G.I. Joe Classified works with the Tomytec Little Armory 1/12 scale military accessories, we have a link above, and here is Cobra Commander with the Tomytec rifle, which, I think that Tomytec line is maybe just a little underscaled for G.I. Joe Classified. But these Valaverse pieces here look really great. I think they have done a really nice job in bringing more variety, more choice to the 1/12 scale collector. I think they look really cool. I don't know why I keep on using Gung Ho. Gung Ho is probably among my least favorite of the G.I. Joe Classified line, but with these accessories, he looks pretty cool. So with this shot, it's meant to give you a sense of the different size and shape of the different weapons. So at the top is G.I. Joe Classified, beneath that is Marauders, beneath that is Action Force or Valaverse, and at the very bottom is Tomytec Little Armory. So, definitely with the Tomytec Little Armory line, there is more sculpt work, more detail. It is very fragile, but the problem is it's just a little bit underscaled compared to, say, the Marauders line or Valaverse or Action Force. Here we're comparing saw rifles. So at the top it's Valaverse, at the bottom it's Marauders. So with the Marauders piece, there's more sculpt work, more detail that went into it. There's paint apps, obviously, and it does include that small ammo belt. But the Valaverse version is larger, and I think is just a better look on the G.I. Joe Classified action figure, at least. I do like it a lot. Let me just say that I think the market is large enough for more than one provider of 1/12 military accessories. I really like this Marauders piece, so I think there's enough room for both Valaverse, Marauders, and other entrants into the 1/12 military space. So overall, I'm really happy with the Action Force Prototype Armaments Set. I am looking forward to seeing more from the Action Force line. If you want to get your hands on them, you have another shot on Monday, March 15th of 2021 at 4 o'clock Eastern Time, though I think they will go fast, and it is limit 3. If you miss out, there will be more coming up from the Action Force line in the form of more accessory packs. Thanks for watching. Please take a moment to like, share, and subscribe. This has been the Fanboy Cantina.